ventured into this some 4-5 years back, he received only skeptic negative comments from people all around. They said that we only talk and we cannot sustain such a movement, such a Padashala, because there are two insurmountable difficulties, problems. One, to get faculties for starting such a venture. And even if you manage to get a faculty, because Girish Kumar himself is well equipped and well qualified to be a faculty, you will never get enough and more Vidyarthis to pursue this Padashala. Without Vidyarthis, there is no Padashala. So that was the problem he encountered. Almost 99.99% of the people he met with this idea discouraged it. Only Sheshanath Shastrigal motivated him to do this. He said, let us try. As the Gita says, you only can try. You cannot be so sure about the fruit. Let the fruit be decided by the Paramatma or the Vasudeva, not Vasudeva. So undeterred, Girish started this 4-5 years back. First with a certificate course on the Ubadhyayas, Veda Adhyayana, on the Veda Adhyayana. And we were surprised that there were more than 30 enthusiastic Vidyarthis who participated in that. And ultimately, 25 people completed that successfully, a certificate program which was completed over a period of almost 2 years. And they all got certificates and they are all very happy. And after that, the COVID has come, undeterred again. So making use of the technology, the Zoom, like the tools, technology tools like Zoom and other things, Girish went ahead. And now what we are witnessing is indeed a revolution. Almost hundreds of participants are there on all the programs he has initiated, which encourage him to start with more and more modules like Devi Mahatmyam, Vishnu Sahasranamam, and all those things. But the basic qualification for being a Sanatana Dharma proponent is to observe Sandhya Vandana, Trikala Sandhya Vandana. That is the basic and first and foremost requisition to start a Veda Adhyayana. So we found that this is lacking almost rampantly in our society. And what is more, the new youngsters are not encouraged to do the Sandhya Vandana. So with this, to propagate the importance of Sandhya Vandana, the basic tenet of our societies or our communities, Vedic Parayana, Girish has started this. I'm happy. So many of you have enthusiastically participating in this, and I'm sure you all will benefit, and you all will pass on this knowledge to your kith and kin, so that the more and more people first join the Sandhya Vandana program and later on get interested in learning all the 4 Vedas.
Okay, I think it got disconnected. So
Yeah.
We can start the class.
Yeah.
Okay.
With this,
Yeah. Okay, please. Yeah.
The network problem.
hello Girish.
Yeah, we can. Okay, so we will be starting the class. I request everyone to mute. See, I request everyone to mute so that you will be able to hear my voice. Okay, I request everyone to mute actually, so that I will be able to. So many sounds are coming. So
But you mute, yeah.
can everyone mute so that okay, can you able to hear me?
I'm able to hear you. I
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay.
The cat.
Okay. Okay. So Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. We are now starting this Sandhya Vandanam session with a prayer. Shudhisprati Purananam Alayam Karnalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Mukta Vidruma Hema Neela Davalas Chaye Muke Strikshanaihi Yuktamindu Kalam Nibadha Magudam Tatvartha Varnatmikam Gayatrim Varada Bhayangushakashaha Shubhrang Kapalangunam Shankham Chakramadara Vindayugalam Hastir Vahandim Bade Om Sahana Vavadu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryangaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidyushavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskaram to all. This session, as we said, it will be mostly in English, but sometimes if the vocabulary is difficult, I may say in Tamil also. Hope most of the people are familiar with the Tamil. Okay, so Sandhya Vandanam. Sandhya Vandanam is actually a Vaidika karma. So today actually we will give an introduction about the Sandhya Vandanam. What is Sandhya Vandanam? What is the importance of Sandhya Vandanam? How it should be performed and what is its benefits? Anybody wants to do anything without benefits, nobody wants to do anything. That is what even Shastra also says. So we should know what is Sandhya Vandanam, what are its benefits. That is very important. So Sandhya Vandanam is a Vaidika karma. It is a Nitya karma. It is a Varna dharma. So I said three words: Vaidikam, then Varna dharma. I said a word dharma, then I said a word Nitya. So these three are actually belongs to the Shastra. So as we all know, what Veda said is the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That everybody knows. When we do any sankalpam, we used to say Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That word is often used in all sankalpas. So Artham and Moksham are the two words which are not so familiar nowadays. Everybody knows what is Artha and what is Kama. We also live major life, majority of our life is for the Artha Kama. Our education even starts, we study, we do our education mainly for achieving the Artha Kama only. Whether that Artham and Kama is based on Dharma, we are not much bothered nowadays because we don't have much knowledge about the Dharma. So even we start from the school, it all based on the Artha and Kama. So we go to school for getting a professional qualification, to get into a comfortable job, earn well, and achieve all our wishes. Mostly this is what is been followed everyone, not only in Brahmin community, but even the entire world. So when we talk about the Artha and Kama, it has got no limits. Whatever the money we earn, whatever the position we get, nobody is satisfied. Everyone wants to go more and more and achieve more and more. Like that only the life goes. And nowadays even there are a lot of facilities or a lot of things available in the world which you can buy with money for your prestige and enjoy it. That is how the world goes. So you can start from buying a Maruti car up to a Benz car. The desire go on from a small position to a top position. Like that our desire goes. Even for satisfying our desires, we go for the world tour for enjoyment. Like that the life go on. But what the Shastra says. So this is also a part of our Shastra. Definitely, Arthagama everyone needs to live. Everyone needs money, and also everyone wants to live happily. So whether the happiness is there or not, that is the point which we have to think about. So let us think about. Let us go to what the Adi Shankara says, because Adi Shankara is considered as the person who has reached the highest point of the mental capacity. He has reached the ultimate level of consciousness, which even the Albert Einstein, Thomas Alva Edison agrees. What Thomas Alva Edison says is that even if he would have read the Brahma Sutra Bhashyam some 30-40 years back, while he started his scientific discovery, he would have saved a lot of time. So as per our science, Edison is considered, Einstein is considered to be one of the scientists of highest level. He only found that energy is found in everywhere. Every mass is actually energy. That is what our Shastra also says. Ekam sat vipra bahuda vadandi. The one sat is found in many. So that might be the reason which would have made Einstein to say the statement that if he would have read the Brahma Sutra Bhashyam very long back, he would have saved a lot of his years in his research and in his life. So he is even, Adi Shankara is even agreed by such a great scientist. So let us see what the Adi Shankara says. I will now just try to share the screen. Okay. Can you able to see the screen? Can someone say can someone message, because I have muted everybody. Can you able to see the screen?
Yeah,
we can see.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm just starting the presentation. Hope you can see the screen. Okay. So hope you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? Can any?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes, yes.
So, okay, fine. So what the Adi Shankara says, let us try to understand. Jandunam narajanma durlabhamataha pumsatvam tado vipradaha tasmat vaidiga dharma marga parada vidvattam asmat param atmanatma vivejanam swanibhavo brahmatmana samsthidihi muktirno shatakodi shatajanma kodi sukrudehi punnir vina labhyade. That is what Adi Shankara says. So let us try to understand this sloka. This is very important. Every line by line we should try to understand, because Jandunam Nara Janma Durlabham, getting a human birth is the most difficult thing. So what our Shastra says is that we take the Janmas, different Janmas. Our Janma starts from Anadi. In that, getting a human birth is very difficult. In that, Pumsatvam Tado Viprada, getting a male birth is difficult. Tasmat Vaidiga Dharma parada. In that, okay, in that Vipratvam, Pumsatvam and Vipratvam. First, to born as a man, in that as a Vipra. Then to go in the Vaidika Marga and excel in the Shastras. This is the what the meaning of the first two lines. So let us think about the life of an animal. The life of the animal is also not so bad. Animals has a lot of capacities which even human being doesn't have. There are animals which can see in the nights, which can hear the voices from very 1 second, let me allow a few people waiting. Okay, so animals are also have their own, animals have also have their own specialities. Even they can have more strength than the human being. If you take the different animals like the stronger animals, they are more powerful. Elephant, say, we can say, or any lion, they are all more powerful than the human beings. They live as per the nature. Human beings only go against the nature. They live as per the nature and they die. They are more disciplined than the human beings. They have the special knowledges. Even any say the natural disasters like tsunami comes, all the animals go away. Only human being doesn't have the knowledge to know about it. So animals have a lot of the capacity than the human beings. But what makes human being different from animal is the capacity of discrimination that we call viveka. And that viveka one can sharpen it by education. So man have got the great qualities, the capacity to learn and capacity to discriminate. These are both interdependent. The discrimination knowledge increases when you learn more and more and apply your knowledge in your life. Your discrimination capacity also increases. So man only have the capacity to discriminate. That is why it is in Sanskrit we call it Viveka. This sloka is from Viveka Chudamani of Adi Shankaracharya. So what he says, what is the special quality of the man? To learn something, to acquire knowledge and go into the greater levels of mind. So that is the one quality of man which makes it different from the animal. That is the most important quality which will take him up to the what you call the Brahmatva, the Brahmajnana, the discriminative knowledge will take him up to the Brahmajnana. So that is the capacity of the man which depends on his mind. Maneva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. The bandha and moksha, the difference between, we can say in the lower level, our independence and dependence, that is based on the mind. Mind has got the great capacity. That is why we used to say mind is the best friend and worst enemy. So mind has got the special capacity. With the mind only, we learn everything, we discriminate. So all this is based on the mind. So with the mind only we are learning. So that is the importance of the Narajanma or the human birth. So Jandunam Narajanma Durlabha Madaha Pumsatvam, that is born as a man, Tado Viprada. Vipra means actually the second birth. We can say Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, three as the Vipra. It is the second birth actually, Vipratvam. So once they learn Vedas, they will get the Vipratvam. When they get the second birth, they are called Dvija. So Dvijatvam and then the Vipratvam. So Vipratvam is the one which gets after the Dvijatvam. So the Brahmin life, the Brahmin birth is a Dvija birth through which one acquires the Vipratvam. So Vipratvam is more or less equivalent to, is called a Brahmana Janma. So getting a Brahmana Janma is very difficult. In Avaniavatam you used to say, every year in Avaniavatam you used to say, Anadya Vidya Vasanaya Pravartamane अस्मिन् महति संसारचक्रे विचित्राभिः विचित्रासु पशुपक्षिमृगादियोनिषु अनेकधा पुनः पुनः जनित्वा केनाभि पुण्यकर्मविशेषेण इदानीन्तनमानुष्ये द्विजन्मविशेषं प्राप्तवतः. But we don't know the meaning. Majority of the people don't know the meaning. Anadya vidya vasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakra. This samsara chakra, this world is working because of the avidya knowledge, because of the avidya. Avidya is not the ignorance, but it is not the actual knowledge. It is not the actual knowledge. That is called avidya. So because of the avidya only the world is working. Anadya vidya vasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakra vichitrabihi vichitrasu pashupakshi mrigadi yonishu anekatha punah punah janitva. Many times one is born as bird, animal, etc. And then because of some punya, because of the some unknown punya, अस्मिन् विचित्राभि विचित्रासु पशुपक्षि मृगादि योनिषु अनेकथा पुनः पुनः जनित्वा केनापि पुण्यकर्म विशेषेण. Because of the some extraordinary punya we do, one is getting the idanimdana manushye, one gets the human birth. In that as the Brahmana birth. Idanimdana manushye dvijanma vishesham praptavataha. In that also dvijanma. Dvijanma is called, dvijan means the one who takes the second birth. So how that second birth is taken? It is done through the karma called the Upanayana. Through Upanayana only one is becoming the Dvijan. But to by birth also one is getting lot of quality of Brahmanyam. So we have to say to a larger extent the Brahmanyam is by birth only. There are some arguments theoretically which we can say even one gets Brahmanyam by karma also, but technically it won't get the validity. Technically, biologically, okay. It's like we can say one is getting a PhD by learning in the proper way. Another one is awarded with a PhD. Or maybe one gets, when he becomes senior in the service, he is conferred with an IAS. So conferring with an IAS and learning and coming in that track, there is a difference. So Brahmanyam by birth has extraordinary kind of a quality. Maybe because in Bhagavad Gita there is a slogan like the Chadurvarnyam Maya Srishtam. So the Chadurvarnyam is, I am not going too much into the sloka. The Chadurvarnyam is actually my Srishti based on the Guna Karma, based on the Guna and Karma. So if someone is having not the quality of Brahmana, not the guna of Brahmana, and he doesn't do the karma of Brahmana, then we cannot call him a Brahmin. That is pratyaksham. So though Brahmin society, many are born as Brahmin, there is a quality by birth Brahmin. Because by birth the bijam quality, not only that, see the birth of a Brahmin, the purpose of the birth of the Brahmin is to do dharmanishtanam only. There is no other work set for Brahmin. His entire life for the Lokakshema. He should work for the betterment of the world. Better, and to not only for his own happiness, he does everything for the betterment of the world, happiness of the world. That is why in olden days, king will take all the Lokakshema of Brahmin, because they take the Lokakshema of the entire world. We can see many examples. Ramayana also, when the king goes to see the Vasishtha, the Vasishtha is asking whether everybody is doing happy, whether everybody is happy in the country. Then the king says, since you are doing all the Vaidika karmas, since you do the prayer for our country, definitely we are happy. So even the king is called the one who takes the 1/6 bhalam of Brahmana's tapas. So the entire Brahmin creation was for the dharmanishtanam and tapas. And artha kamam are only the byproduct of the dharma. If we take some 100 years back, entire the Brahmins will only engage in the Veda adhyanam, adhyanam, adhyapanam. teaching and learning. Then yaga, doing yaga and making some others doing yaga. Yajanam yajanam. Then dhanam pratigraham, giving dhanam, taking dhanam. So by the dakshinas, by the dhanams, they will be happy because they don't have any kind of what you call craving towards some anything materially. They don't crave for any material achievements, because once you crave for the material achievement, the brahmanatvam is lost. That is what the shastra says. Asandhatto dujo nashtaha. If you are not satisfied, dujatvam is gone. Because we might think that the present generation may think older generations are very poor, they don't know how to live and all. We are now very happy, rich, settled in abroad and all. Nothing like that. And even I used to hear some of the people used to say, our ancestors did all Gayatri Jabam Tabas, because of the Punyam we are settled in US with money and all. Wrong, completely wrong. Because of the ancestors Punyam of their Tabas, you got the Punyam. The Punyam should not be used for the material benefits. That is where it is said as wrong. Because of the Punyam, your intellect, your minds might be better than others in something, not everything. Because everybody settled in US, everybody working in IT, everybody in good position, they don't study Vedas, or they are not from the Brahmin community. So saying that someone is US and they are enjoying their life, they have big earning because of the punyam of their ancestors, because they did tabas and all, that is not completely correct. Maybe because of the punyam they are able to reach there and enjoy life, but the purpose of Brahman life is not for that. How we can know one is going to get another human birth? Nobody knows. The next janma may be a life of an animal. So the punyam earned is not for going to abroad, settle and enjoy life. Then punyam is lost. Even on go to Sorgam, if the punyam is lost, he will come back to the this bhumi for karmanishtan. So that is even not right. So the purpose of the Brahmin life was to do the dharmanishtanam. Since he wants to do dharmanishtanam and wants to work for the welfare of the world, the Vedadhyayanam is totally put on his shoulders, because it is the most difficult thing in the world. It is more difficult than getting a admission in IIT and learning some computer science or something even bigger than that, or maybe going for a pilot course or whatever it be, which are the most difficult jobs in the world. Vedadhyanam is more difficult than that, and it needs more intelligence, everything much more than that. So because that kind of a mind is required for Vedadhyanam, after the Adhyanam, Brahmanena Nishkaranena Shadango Vedo Adhyeyo Nyayasya. Without asking reason, Brahmin should learn Vedas with 6 Angas, not only Vedas, with all the Vedangas, with the meaning, the Brahmin should learn the Veda. That is how it was said. So even one Janma is not enough to learn everything. That is why Bharadwaja took so many Janma to learn the sage Bharadwaja, the Maharshi Bharadwaja took so many births to learn more and more Vedas. He was passionate to learn it. Finally, Indra came and took some sand from the mountain and showed it him. You have learned this much only. That Anandavai Vedaha. So that much is Veda. So actually, if we go into Dharmanishthana, we don't get time for anything. But the time changed, so one have to work to earn, nobody is to support. So that is there. So the birth of Brahmana is different from others, because for them the Sattvika quality should be in the highest level. Mine should be in the maximum level of Sattvika. Then only they will be able to learn, teach Veda and work for the Logakshema. To become more and more selfless, you need more Sattvika Guna. So that is required to learn Veda, practice it and preach or teach it for the world. That is why when a Brahmin is born itself, before the birth itself, everything is with mantra only. mantra, see, when the mantra, every mantra is for the getting the blessings of some devata. So with the devata anigraham only we do everything. Veda only says about the mantra, that we will come on later. So everything will be with the mantra. Even after the marriage, now it is been not there for so many years. Even after the marriage, when the first night happens, garbhadanam happens, the boy have to touch the stomach of the girl and have to chant the Veda mantra before doing the physical contact. That much importance Veda we have given to Veda to do anything. Vishnu Yoning Kalpedo mantra has to be chanted. So that is how we do everything with the Veda mantra. So from the Garbhadanam, Jadakarmam, Namakaranam, Annaprasanam, Chaulam, and then only the Ubanena Samskara. So this much of Samskara. Samskara means the removal of the negative and adding of the positive. That is what is called Samskara. Removing all the negatives and adding more and more positive. While other Varnas, see, there are 4 Varnas that even Veda said. Brahmana Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra. Brahmano Yamagamasid Bahurajanyakratah Urotavasya Edvaishyaha Padbhyagum Shudro Ajayata. 4 Varnas. But never think that one Varna is superior to another. Never, Veda never said in that way. It is like running a company or running an office. There are 4 departments: technical department, administration department, maybe the labor department, maybe the marketing department. If one asks which department is greater, every department is greater in its own way. So 4 Varnas are equally important. Brahmana got the importance because they become the teacher for others. As they are teaching for others, normally the teacher will get the respect. So it is for the position only, not for the person. We respect the somebody in the office. The CEO of a company is respected. The position is only respected. CEO should not think that respect is for me, then everything is gone. If the position on he keeps away, the lowest employee and the highest employee of the company are same. All are human beings. But when the position comes, it is different. So that difference is there. So Brahmins were given respect because they teach knowledge to others. They work for the Lokakshemam. That is why Brahmins were respected. So by mistake, the ignorant people thought we are the superior. And when the English people came, they also tried to make the quarrel between the what you call the Varnas by taking the ego effect. They said Brahmins are superior, others are lower. There was no higher caste, lower caste, nothing like that. Everybody is great in their own place. When everybody does a job, even somebody is doing sweeping, that is a great job. Once lived a great sweeper. That is how one have to say. So doing the job, work is worship, like that. So Brahmins, since they need more mental purity, the samskaras with mantras are given to Brahmins, because it is like getting an admission in an IIT. If you want to get a entrance in an IIT, it's not like a normal course. You have to go for the entrance coaching. So many things you have to do because it's an IIT. So other people who want to go for other profession, they don't want to take this much of training and all. So this is a different kind of training. Veda is a different kind of training. Shastra is a different kind of training. So all samskaras are done with Veda mantras. As mantras are very powerful, it will remove all the negatives from the birth, and then only one will come into the Upanayana samskara. So through Upanayana, so it is anybody can chant Veda. It is not right. Anybody can chant Veda. Even the Americans are chanting. But whether they will get the benefit out of that, that is the question. Even if you put an audio, it is chanting. You can put a Rudram Chamagam of a, say, a Ghanabadigal. That will be perfect rather than you chanting. But you are chanting and the cassette is chanting. Which one will have the bhalam? Only you chant, you will have the bhalam. So when the samskaras are all done, then only when they chant the mantra, the Devada Sanidhyam will come. Otherwise, it will be simply a chanting. No Devada Sanidhyam will come. That in case of a Brahmin also, if he don't have all these qualities, even he chant also, the Sanidhyam won't come. It is not different. He don't have any special additional benefits. Only the additional benefit, he was born as a Brahmin in that particular parambare. So he has got Brahmanyam by birth. Because Jayamano vai Brahmanaha says Veda. Brahmanyam one gets by birth only. Guna karma, though the Gita says one gets by guna and karma. Guna will not get accidentally. Suppose if you take two mangoes, one is say a local mango, another is a Malgoa mango, whatever it be. Or so the taste of one mango will not go into the other mango. So if you take the jackfruit, there are different brands in that. So all won't be same taste. We cannot pass the taste of one into other. So certain qualities, certain gunas one will get by birth only. So as one is born in the Brahmana Parambare, which is in which the Shodasa Samskara are done without break, such a born person and another person is different in not in everything. In learning of Vedas, he has got a special quality. Only in that. We cannot say in everything. He is not superior. No way. He has got a special quality to learn Vedas and teach and preach Dharma for the world. In that only he is superior. Because he got it by birth, he has got more sattvic quality in them. Sattvagunam is more with him. And that Sattvagunam is also fine-tuned with all samskaras. So when born in the Brahmana Parambare, Mandradrishta Parambare, see, the Brahmins are, the traditional Brahmins are from the Mandradrishta Parambare. Kashyapatra Bharadwajo Vishwamitroja Gautamaha Jamadagno Vasishto Agastyo. These are all the 8 Mandradrishta Rishis from where the Brahmana Parambare has come without break. So when someone is born in that Brahmana Parambare, he has got a special importance, and he will get all the eligibility to do the karmas. When someone gets into Brahmanyam, say for him also Upanayana Samskaram is done, everything is done, still also he cannot do all the Brahmana karmas. Because when he want to do the Shraddham, you have to call the Vasarudra Adityas, the Parambare. He don't have a Parambare. Without Parambare, how he can call Vasarudra Aditya, his father, like that. Pidurpidamaha Prabhidamaha, we cannot call. He cannot call. So maybe he can live like a Brahmin. He can change the lifestyle like a Brahmin, like how one gets the IAS or the PhD. To certain level, it is okay. But he is not equivalent to a born Brahmin. Brahmanasya Brahmanyam Jatayaha Brahmanaha. The real Brahmin, the Veda Brahmin, traditional Brahmin is one who born for the Brahmin parents. The father should be Brahmin, the mother should be Brahmin. His father should be Brahmin, like that. That is the Brahmana Parambare. In that Parambare only, if they do the Vaidika Samskara, the effect will come. Otherwise, it is technically, it won't. It is difficult to say the effect will come. So that Parambare has got a very, very important. They have come from the Mandradrishta Parambare of this Kashyapadi Bharadwajo Vishwamitroja Gautamaha Jamadagniyo Vasishto Agastyo. These are the 8 Mandradrishta Parambare. And this Vishwamitroja Gautamaha Agastyo Vasishto, that Vishwamitran is actually the Rishi who is the Mandradrishta of the Gayatri Mantra, not the Vishwamitra who comes in the Ramayana, not that Kshatriya who has become later Brahmana. He got the Brahmana status. He became the Brahma Rishi, not that Vishwamitra, because that Vishwamitra's father has also done Upanayam for him. So his name is only Vishwamitra. If my name is Kalidasa, I am not Kalidasa, right? Kalidasa born 2000 years back. After 2000 years, someone is born. If I gave my son name Kalidasa and after 200 years, this is the Kalidasa, someone says, how we can agree like that? The actual Vishwamitra is the Vishwamitra, the universal creator. He is the Vishwamitra. So he is actually the one who has found out this Gayatri Mantra. So that Gayatri Mantra only after this what you call the Upanayana only one can say. So the Upanayana, what happens in Upanayana, it is actually the second birth, Tad Dudiyam Janma. So in Upanayana, the father becomes, Acharya becomes the father, and the Savitri becomes the mother, the Gayatri Devi or Savitri. Savitri Mbro Anubhrodi. So Savitri, Gayatri are the same. Gayatri, since we call in that meter, Gayandam Trayade, in that meter's name, or one who chants that mantra, the chanting person will be protected. That is why it is called Gayatri. Then the name is the Savitri, Savitri Devata. That Savitri mantra is only done as Upadesha. So that Vipra Janma is very, so I am just explaining up to Tado Viprada. That only I have explained. And once you get the Vipratvam, Tasmat Vaidiga Dharma Parada. One should be expert, one should learn, one should go in the Vaidiga Dharma Marga. That also very difficult. So Jandunam Narajanma Durlabham, in that Pumsatvam, in that Vipratvam, in that going in the Vaidiga Dharma Marga. Vaidiga Margam, Dharma Margam, both are same. Dharma, only Veda says about Dharma. And in that one should get the Vidwattam Asmat Param. One should get the Vidwattam in that. One should become the expert in the scriptures. That is very difficult. Once you get the scriptures, Atma and Atma Vivejanam, what is Atma, what is Anatma? That is only the quality of the human being to differentiate. What is the real? That is the power of discrimination. Once you do the Vaidiga Margam, once you go in the Vaidiga Margam, once you do the Dharmanishtanam, you will understand what is real, what is unreal, what is true, what is false. So Atma and Atma Vivejanam. What is Atma, what is Anatma? That is the highest level of discrimination. Swanubhavo, Brahma, once you get that, you will get the Brahmajnana. To get that, to get the Mukti, Shatakodi Janma Sukradam. You have to get the Shata Janma Kodi Sukradam. If you take Shata Janma Kodi Sukradam only, you will get the Punyam for this. So now at least we have come up to the Vipratvam, and to certain level Vaidiga Dharma Marga, because since all you are in the Vaidiga Dharma Margam only, you are here to attend this class. So you at least many are very much interested. There will be different level of people in different knowledge. I don't know anybody. So who will already have much knowledge, they want to improve, or maybe to share something which I am having to understand something, or different people will come from the basic level to understand, from the medium level to understand. So anyhow, all who goes in the Vaidiga Margam are Vaidigas. Those who are interested in the Vaidiga Margam, who have trust in the Vaidiga Margam, are actually the real Vaidigas. Not after learning Vaidigam and then just using it for their what you call the bread and butter, simply using for bread and butter, nothing more than that is not the Vaidigas. So all who have come here are the Vaidigas, because they are interested in the Vaidiga Margam. So since the Vipratvam we have got, and we got the Gayatri Mandram with the help of this Upanayana. So let me go to the next slide. Okay, through Upanayana one gets the Brahmopadesham. Through one gets the Brahmopadesham through in the Upanayana. Brahma Upadesham. Brahma means Veda. Brahma Shabdam meaning is Veda only. So Gayatri is actually is taken from 3 Vedas. That we will see later. Gayatri is taken from all 3 Vedas. Each Padam is taken from each Veda. So after the Upanayana only, see in Upanayana also lot of prayers are going on. The boy is given to so many Devadas, and then he is taken back from Devadas after taking the what you call the Anigraham of different Devadas. In Upanayana, if we see what all, because we don't, majority of the people doesn't know what all happens in this function. If we think about our community, 80% wants to simply complete that ritual somehow, because of the false pride or false ego. I am a Brahmin, so just want to, we are just completing the rituals. Majority doesn't know what is happening and what are the meanings of mantras. So those processes are not there. So simply we are completing the rituals. And since everything is in Sanskrit, if you go to the other religion, they talk in their local language. So at least they will understand what they say. Since here it is everything in Sanskrit, nobody understands. So in Upanayana, majority of our community people just want to complete. That is why when we go to a doctor, we select a doctor, we will see his qualification, his experience, his past, everything we analyze, and then only we go to that doctor. Anything we select, if we select an engineer, if we select an architect, if we select a company to join, we analyze everything because we are serious about it. But when we select an acharya, we are not serious. Some vadhyar is required to finish the function. Somehow we need somebody to complete the drama. That is how the majority of the community goes. Now, I am not saying everybody, maybe 60 or 70%. And some 10-15% are very much interested. They are a little bit unsatisfied because they are not getting the proper acharyas. Some people who are highly intelligent, they analyzed in their own way and they thought these are all old people's game. Now this has no value, so let us go out of this. So like that, how is our the community goes. So this Vipratvam, this Gayatri Upadesham, one gets through the Upanayana. Upanayana means coming near to the Guru. That is the meaning of the Upanayana. So for learning of Veda. So in that, the most important is the Brahmopadesham, where the Gayatri mantra is given Upadesham. That is Tad Dudiyam Janma. After he is born to the Acharya and Savitri. Ko namasi in Upanayana. What is your name? So he will say Ramakrishna Sharman, like that. It will come in the Upanayana. I am not going not deep into Upanayana because this is Sandhya Vandana. But still, so with all that, the previous Janma, birth and all, only one is getting a Brahmana Janma. In that he is being done Upanayana. After that only, on the day of Upanayana, first starts the before the first, it starts with Madhyanikam only, it starts in the Sandhya Vandana. And so then every day without break, one have to do the Sandhya Vandana. So after getting the Brahmopadesha, immediately the Samhitadanam will be done. In the Samhitadanam also, the mantras are very, very powerful mantras. Paritva, Gne, Parimradami, Ayushana, then Supraja, Pradaya, Bhuyasam, Suviro, Virehi, Suvarcha, Varchas, Viratvam. You need good students. Brahmachari, those who are learning with you also should be good. If your friends are not good, that will affect you. That is what is happening to the current generation. So the prayer to the Agni for the good friends also. In Agni, simply a samiti is put in the Agni and praying for everything. Subbrahma Brahmachari Vihi. So you should be a good Brahmachari. Your friends also should be good. You should get a good Guru. Everything we are praying to the Agni to get the best. So after that, this Madhyanikam starts and then the Sandhya Vandanam starts. So Sandhya Vandanam is a complete Vaidika karma. It is a for that one should get the eligibility of Upanayana. So now I think you have understood the importance of the Brahmana Janma, in that the Upanayana, because the Veda learning is like getting an admission in the IIT. All samskaras has to be done, and it should be taught with full dedication. Unlike the other studies, we study in school, we will forget history, geography. What we learn, we cannot recognize, we cannot recollect what we learn in school in history, geography, so many subjects. Veda is not like that. From the first day, what you learn, it should be in your memory till your death. That is why you have to do the every day you have to chant the Veda in the Brahma Yajna Prashna or the Swadhyaya Anma Pramadaha. Don't move away from Swadhyaya. So like that it says. So let us now understand what the dharma is. So as I said, the Sandhyavandanam is a Vaidika karma. It is a Nitya karma. It is a Varna dharma for the Brahmins. There are, if you talk about, we will come to that. So what is dharma? Let us try to understand. What is dharma? So what is Sanatana dharma? We call Sanatana dharma. Sanatana means it is there forever, ever existing. It is the eternal and universal law of existence. Dharmo Vishwasya Jagata Pradishta, says the Upanishads. So because of dharma only the world itself is existing. So dharma is the Tasmat Dharmam Paramam Vadanti. Dharma is the ultimate. Because without dharma, the world won't exist. It is the eternal or universal law of existence based on those laws which the world is existing today. So that is those rules are only said in Vedas. So that rules we should also learn. So one can ask, what is dharma? Again, it is being explained. That which gives the abhyudayam. Yado abhyudayanihi. That one which gives the abhyudayam. Abhyudayam means the well-being. So one that gives the well-being, happiness to all, that is dharma. One that which is followed, which gives the abhyudayam and happiness, is what is called dharma. So one can ask, what is great in that? I know how to get the happiness. I am earning, I am making money, I am living a satisfied life. I know how to become happy. What is the importance of this? Not like that. Happiness, see, suppose one likes the ice cream or maybe a juice, cool drinks. He drinks and he gets the happiness. He takes the ice cream and gets the happiness. But if he takes too much, next day he will get the fever. So for a small happiness, he is losing his 3 days or 4 days in fever, throat pain, body pain and all. So we should know the things which will give us the everlasting happiness, not the happiness for a shorter time. So if we earn money, if we follow or if you do our artha kama without following dharma, the dukkham or sorrow is definite. It will come to one day definitely. There is no doubt on that. That is 100% assured. So what is dharma? We can learn from our shastras only, because the path of dharma is very complicated. Sometimes, see, we say to live in the world happily, one needs the samanya dharma only. Satyam, okay, asteyam, indriya nigraham, ahimsa paramo dharma. So that itself one can live a happy life. There is no, even to go to America and earn big money and having a status, no need to learn Vedas or Shastras. One can simply have to follow the Samanya Dharma. The old generations Punya are all not required actually. Those Punya are to do more Dharma Nishtana and to get the Mukti or to lead a higher level of life. For that only the Vaidika karmas are there. To lead a normal life, others also doing normal life. They don't do any Sandhya Vandanam. They don't do any Anishtanam. They are even happier than us. So that way it is, we can't compare that. But if they don't know if they don't follow the Samanya Dharma, like Satyam, Asteyam, Indriya Nigraham, Shaujam, these are all Samanya Dharmas. So if they don't follow that, they will also get the Dukkham. That is sure for them. So Samanya Dharma and Vishesha Dharma. So those which Satyam Vada, so Satyam is there forever. It won't change. It is eternal. Now it is after 2000 years, Satyam won't change. So if you say the lie, you will get affected. But there are exemptions, because our Dharma Shastras, our Shastras are still exist because it has got exemptions. In, see, Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. But what the Lord did in Gita, what Lord said in Gita, when when the war was about to be ready, even the great learned Arjuna doesn't know the dharma. He lost the sense of discrimination. He said, I don't want to kill my relatives. Don't want to kill my Pitamaha and all. So he wanted to pull out. So Bhagavan actually did the Gita. So dharma will change based on the situation. Dharma is not, ahimsa is, in general it is ahimsa, but sometimes himsa itself will become the dharma. When the attack happens in the border, there you cannot say ahimsa. If in the border, if someone is killed, the enemies are killed, the soldier will get a Veera Chakra. If we kill somebody locally, we will put in jail. So both are killing. So dharma depends on the situation. Someone is killing someone. They are taken into the court, and the judge asks him to put him to death. So that also is asking to kill. So there also the dharma is different. Hanging, he is giving the judgment for hanging. So all are deaths. All are the one who does that also is killing. So it is all killing, but some places it is dharma, some places it is adharma. So how we can know that? Only dharmasya tattvam nihidam guhaya mahajano ena gata sabandha. Only from Mahajanas, only we will know what is dharma. From where Mahajanas have learned? From Shastras only. They don't say anything of their own. They don't utter anything of their own. They will understand Shastra thoroughly, apply Shastra, and then only they say this is dharma, that's dharma. So the path of dharma is very strange and very difficult to follow. So somebody. Okay. So dharma, one should learn dharma from our Shastras only. So we have, Brahmins have got the special dharma or the Varna dharma. See, Varna is Sadharana dharma, Vishesha dharma, then Varna dharma, Ashrama dharma, Varnashrama dharma. Like that, different levels of Varnas are said in Shastras. So we should know all dharmas, and then the Sandhyavandanam comes under the Varna dharma. So it is a special dharma one should follow. So let us go to the next screen. Okay, so the dharma. So one should learn dharma from the Vedas only. Vedo akhila dharma mulaha. The roots of dharma is only said in Veda. So if you take in, Veda says everything about the creation. Even Veda is there before the creation. That is why we call Sanatana Dharma not a religion. It doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have a date of start. Before the creation comes itself, Veda is there. Bhuri Sabhuri Divyaharad. The sound from the bhu only the existence came. So from the bhu only antariksham came. Like that the Vedas say. So the entire, at the time of creation itself, Veda is there in the atmosphere as sound. So Veda says about everything. Yadihasti anyatra ennehasti natakojit. Whatever is said in Veda only we can found outside. Whatever not found in Veda cannot found outside also. So everything about this universe, about the creation, about the day and night happening, about the different seasons, about how the sunset, sunrise, so about all the timings about the kalas, how the animals are born, how the trees, plants, everything, how it was created. Everything is said in Vedas. So there is nothing left in the Veda. How it is raining, how the Ridus came, how the about then another part in the Vedas is about the Devadas. So Veda only talks about the Devada. So who are all these Devada? Devada are the one who is protecting this world. So if we can say like this, the Devadas are those who controls us. We cannot control them. The Agni, Vayu, Suryan, air, these are all Devadas. So we cannot control air, we cannot control fire, we cannot control water. So these all will control us. If the rain goes too much, we cannot control it. If the heat increases, we cannot control it. So Devadas are the source. We can call them as the kind of what you call the power in the universe, which is a part of the creator, the part of the Brahman, who controls the world, and who controls the human beings. They are all the Devadas. So through our Veda mantra, we can pray to Devada for the well-being of the world. So what the Brahmins have to do, they have to do yagas, yajnas, and for the well-being of the world by calling these Devadas. Through the help of these Devadas only, Brahmanas attaining everything, because these Devadas are only controlled by the Veda mantras. If you say the Veda mantra, the Devada will come. Devadinam Jagat Sarvam, Mandradinam tu Devadam, Tat Mandram Brahmanadhinam, Brahmano Mama Devada. The entire universe, Devadinam, the entire universe is controlled by Devam, the powers in the universe. Devadinam Jagat Sarvam, Mandradinam tu Devadam. That God, that Deva or that Devadas are under the control of Mandra. Tat Mandram Brahmanadhinam. That mantra is under the control of Brahmanas. Brahmano Mama Devada. So for everyone, Brahmana is Devada. Because they pray for well-being of others. And those who done the entire Veda Adhyayanam with Sango Bangam, all Devada Sainidhyam is there in the Brahmanan itself. All Devada Sainidhyam, Abo vai Sarva Devadaha, Agni Sarva Devadaha, Brahmano vai Sarva Devadaha. So Devada Sainidhyam by default is there in the Veda Brahmanan, who should learn Veda Sango Banga, not simply learning some portion of Vedas or born in Brahmin family doesn't mean. He should learn Vedam. He is only called Vedavit. Others are not called Vedavit. We can't call others by the name Vedavit. So in Vedavit, all Devada Sainidhyam is there. So in that Brahmin, that Brahmin with the help of yajnas, yagas, controls the entire world and works for the prosperity and happiness of the entire world. Brahmin's life itself is for the world, for the happiness and for the prosperity of the world. So through this Vedas only, we are knowing what dharma is, what is Swadharma, what is different kind of dharma. If we can talk about the Sadharana Dharma, Varna Dharma, Ashrama Dharma, Varnashrama Dharma, Guna Dharma, like that, so many dharmas are there. So everything comes from the Vedas. So I think we can today I think the time is getting 12:15. So can we continue for some time or stop today and continue tomorrow? Can someone give some feedback?
We can continue, sir.
Okay.
Continue.
Fine. Okay. Fine. So let few more people say. Only two have said, because I have to know about the others' preference also.
Yes, Swami, please continue.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So let us.
I have class at 1 o'clock. School.
Continue,
I
sir,
have
no problem.
school at 1 o'clock.
Okay. That is okay. 1 o'clock only, right? You have to go now.
Eating, sir. So when will it end?
Okay. These are all. So anybody other than him wants to stop now, or how many people will be able to continue now? You have any other engagements, because time is about to be over. So
We can continue, Guruji.
even I have an office meeting,
okay, so
so I will also leave.
You can continue for 10-15 minutes.
okay,
Yeah, another 15 minutes is okay.
okay, 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 okay,
We can continue.
okay, fine, okay. So the Vedas are said to be, Vedas are said to be
We can
Apurusheya.
continue.
Okay, Vedas are Apurusheya, means not written by anybody, like the other other scriptures of other religions. It's written by somebody. It has a starting date, it has an ending, it has a starting date. Unlike that, what the rishis said, already I said about the 8 mantra rishis: Kashyapatra, Bharadwajo, Vishwamitroja, Gautamaha, Jamadagniyo, Vasishto, Agastyaha. The 8 rishis are the Mandradrashta rishis. From with their power of the mind, with their power of their tabas and all, they simply what we call grabbed, or maybe we can call they have observed, not observed, observed. They simply ആകാശത്തിലെ അന്തർലീനമായ ശബ്ദ തരംഗങ്ങളെ അവളോട് அந்த அந்த തപസ്സോട് ബലത്തിനാലെ അവ ഇഴുത്ത് വെളിയിലെ വിട്ട. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഹൗ ദി മന്ത്രാസ് came. അവ മന്ത്രത്തെ വന്ന് മന്ത്രദൃഷ്ട மீன்ஸ் they actually realized அவ அந்த மந்திரத்தை அவ தெரிஞ்சுண்டா அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். அவ ஆகாசத்தில் இருக்கிற சப்த தரங்கங்களை with the power of their mind they are able to know it by their power of their mind through their tapas. அதை அவ எடுத்து அவ வெளியில விட்டா. That is why it is called Shruti. So it is how it is being trained by Guruchara Anuchara Purvam. Simply the exchange of sounds. Guru will say and Shishya have to repeat. It was not written anywhere. Later only, for our convenience, it was written in different languages. Actually, there is no like language written. From some language, Vedas was not written. It is only sound. Later, it was written as the Devanagari was the best language for the Shastras, since everything is written in that. It was that letters were used. So that is how the Vedas being taught generation to generation by Guru Chara Anuchara Purva. So after the what we call the Upanayana only, one gets the eligibility to start the Veda Dhyana. That also not immediately after the first Avaniyavattam. Till that he only have to do the Gayatri Japam. He cannot start the Veda Dhyana. First Adhyanam should start from the Pradama Avaniyavattam. From that day only, when the Veda Arambam comes, he starts learning Vedas. That is how our Shastra says. So this is about the Vedas. And as I said, Pratyakshena Animityava Yastupayo na buddhyate enam vidanti vedena tasmat vedasya vedada. Because Veda mainly have come to tell about the things which is not understood by our logics. Like many things Veda said which is understandable by our logics. How the day and night happens, how the earth moves, how the planet moves, how many things which are all logically understandable by us. But many things which Veda said are beyond our logic. Aprapya manasasaha says Upanishad. So Veda mainly have to come to say about the intricacies of Dharma, which we can only simply understand and practice because it is beyond our logic. So Pratyakshena Animityava. There are 5 kind of pramanas: Pratyaksham, Animanam, Aniviladhya, Arthabhatti, like that. That we will go later on because we can. It's not that much a part of this specific class. So whatever is beyond our logics, different way, even we are not able to see by our eyes or hear, we will understand it applying different logics. So Veda comes to say things which is beyond all these logics. So we have to simply understand it and apply it in our life. So now we can come into the Brahmanyam and so we now have detailed understanding of the Vedas, Dharma, as well as regarding the Brahmanyam, regarding the importance of the Dharma, everything I have explained. So better we will stop here. Brahmanyam and Sandhya we will start tomorrow. So if you have any queries about what we said and any general queries about this further classes, regarding the class you can ask. Regarding the today's, regarding how the class will go on, those queries, and doubt regarding the today's class. So if we will have 10 minutes for that and finish today's class. You can unmute and ask.
Namaskaram, Guruji. It was a very nice session. It was a nice introduction and self-explanatory, and the introductory part is very much needed, and we were not knowing this. Maybe we were knowing this, but not in the proper way. So thank you very much, and we need further instructions and guidance from you. Thank you.
Okay. Any other queries?
Yeah, thank you, Guruji. It was very nice understanding, and it was clear to me and clear to everybody, I think. And we like to hear more from you. So let it continue. We pray God to Peter. Thank you very much.
Okay. See, the objective of this course is to make, actually I should have said it in the initial portion, maybe I forgot. Objective is to make everyone do Sandhya Vandanam. It should give a drive to do the Sandhya Vandanam. And not only that, after the course, all who have attended the course should drive others to do Sandhya Vandanam. Like how the Christianity and those religions spread, they take that interest to spread that. So after this course, you should understand the importance. Maybe those who are attending will have some knowledge about it, good knowledge about it. After this, they should take interest to spread it. That is the objective of this course.
Sure. We'll follow that.
Yeah.
Sir, we don't know whether we are doing a proper Sandhya Vandanam.
Thank you. Ritual only with yes. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So I think half of the mantras we are ignoring.
Okay.
In Sandhya Vandanam. So will you teach us
how
the older people in ancient times, how they are doing?
Yeah, everything we will, all mantras, we will go one by one. We will go step by step. We will understand what Sandhya Vandanam means, what is its importance, what is the benefit. Without knowing that, how people will do. That is why people are not doing. First of all, what is the benefit you will get out of that? For that benefit, we should be very clear about. We should be 100% clear about what we are doing, why we are doing. By doing what we get it, by not doing what we get it. It's like whether I will do this to get my pass in the exam or something like that. Whether really we do, maybe that all we will get as a byproduct of that. See, whatever the material benefits we get from Sandhya Vandanam, Gayatri Japam, that is only byproduct. But we should not say, I do Sandhya Vandanam to get first rank. I do Sandhya Vandanam to go to US. Not that way. We should not think that way. That is where the fault is. It is not, definitely not for that. Even those who don't do Sandhya Vandanam, those who don't do any Vaidika rituals, they are also happy in the world and attaining the material benefits, right? So something more than that is there. So we should logically think whether that in that the better happiness is there, or in this only the happiness is there. That vivekam should come to us. That is Atma and Atma Vivekam. For that only we have to learn and we have to practice in that way. So when we do that, we will get the material benefit also. See, many people go to different kind of gurus. Many people think this is an old ritual, it is an outdated one. But this is the best one, not outdated one. This will never get outdated. This is better than any other guru. This is the best way of what you call the spiritual practice.
Mind setting.
Written by our rishis. Okay. So yeah.
I am Pattabhiraman. Thank you, Guruji, for the
Okay.
nice lecture.
Okay, thank you. So any queries?
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay.
Guruji,
Sir, whether you teach about Brahma Yajnam also?
Now after this, let us finish and go to Brahma, definitely.
Okay.
Guruji, one important thing I think which people are should know
Okay.
that without doing a Sandhya Vandanam, doing other karmas, either it is appropriate.
We will come to that, everything. See, tomorrow's class is, today is only introduction. So tomorrow, what is Brahmanyam, what is Sandhya Vandanam, what is its importance, everything we will cover into. So your queries all will be covered in tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Even Kanji Periyava has told that without Sandhyanam, if you do any other karma, Shraddha karma, any other, it won't have any effect, he has told.
Okay, see what Kanji Acharya say, what Sringeri Acharya say, any Acharya only say scriptures, right? So everything is this Sanatana Dharma is there from the beginning of the world itself. So
Yes.
we can go to Shastra and learn everything.
Yes.
They only say that because they learned everything, they are Acharyas. So
Yes.
they will say what is there in the scripture. So we are depending on the scripture. Tasmat Shastram Pramanande Karya Karya Vyavasthido. What is Pramanam? Shastras.
Yes.
So Guru, when we go to Guru, maybe Kanji Periva is a very highly learned Guru, but if you go to the person, then
Yes.
the problem will get started. When
Okay.
the human birth comes, some limitation will come. How big
Yes, sir.
he is, limitation will come. So we don't say that Guru said this Guru. All our Gurus, all our Acharyas to us.
Yes,
We
yes,
will
Amma.
only say Shastra. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So any query, see, any query, because if the queries come only, I will get a satisfaction. Okay, the whatever I said, they are understanding. Without query, maybe all have sit, but still, if some query comes from today's class, it would be appreciable. Yeah. You can ask in Tamil also. See, ellarum Tamil comfortable ana, I can even do in Tamil also, because I thought if somebody from the other states, not from Tamil Nadu or Kerala, they don't know the Tamil. For them only this language is used.
Guruji, you explained, I think நீங்க கரெக்ட்டா தான் சொல்லிருக்கீங்க. I think நீங்க சொன்னது ஒரு ஸ்பஷ்டமா இருந்தது.
Okay.
நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்தது வந்து I think மனசுல இதாச்சு பதிஞ்சிருக்கு. So I think we should continue on the similar lines what you have actually explained, and we are satisfied with whatever you have told us, and it's convincing also.
Okay.
And you made it very practical. That's very important, and we could apply that to our day-to-day life and day-to-day way of life.
Okay.
So I think it's excellent initiative. I think I'll fully support you.
Thank you.
And we definitely have a full faith, and I think we are with you.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah, thank you for yeah.
Namaskaram. My name is Karthik.
Okay. You can you open the video also so that we can see you?
Sure, sir.
If possible. Okay, if it is not difficult. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I just want to know whether will you be also helping us to get the right pronunciation when we we got that PDF in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
So it would be great if you could help us to get the right pronunciation. Like if there is 2 dots in the right end of a word, how to pronounce it, or if there is a 1 dash in the top of a letter, how to pronounce it. Those kind of
every mantra we will practice from the once we complete the process and all, we will have a mantra learning session.
Sure.
In that only mantras are taught from Abhohishta. From Abhohishta Mayobhuva till the end, all mantra session will be there. Once the explanation portion is over, and once the procedure is over, you have to learn the procedure, explanation, everything.
Yeah.
Then the most important thing is to pronounce that. Without that, no benefit for hearing all these things, right?
Absolutely.
We will have a special session of 1 or 2 days. In that, there is no talking. It is a Mantra Padanam class, where we will simply learn mantras. I will say the mantra, you have to repeat the mantra twice.
Okay.
It will be a session like that. Then only you will be able to learn that, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will
Thank
do that. Yeah. That is why we have given nearly 8 classes we have given, right? So in the N2-3 classes, we will do for the entire this adhyanam of the mantras.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So with that, we will finish today's session. We can have the session tomorrow, same time, 11 o'clock. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you. ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷ.
Thank you.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gurubhyo Namah. Gurubhyo Namah.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.